recording is for wimps.
Welcome
just go for
back. Welcome
Congrats
back.
on becoming
What?
a father.
Hey, that's illegal. Thank you, Taco.
It is legal.
Welcome back,
We have a
everybody.
stream baby.
We have a stream baby. To Hallowed Nights, episode 2. This is going to be more of a role-playing episode. Not a whole lot of combat, so just enjoy the very placeholder tokens that we have on the board at the moment and enjoy our soothing voices. Today we have with us Cosmic Taco playing Komikyu.
Yo.
We have Brother Aaron playing Roland.
Hi.
We have Zaruk playing Therion.
What's up?
We have Brother DJ playing Tarkus.
What's good, shawties?
And I am here as your lovely, lovely DM, maniacally petting my cat as we start our session. So,
Ironic that the mouse character said,
What up, shorty?
what's up, Sean? So, last we left off, you guys just survived a fireball attack from the wizard guy who kept succeeding on Therion's strength saves.
He's like 8 strings too.
Yeah, he was not very good at that. You know, speaking of which, I should get out my dice. These are all
so
magic
much
dice.
damage.
But,
to Arian.
Yeah, oof. But, so essentially, we're going to be continuing our story today. You guys all just introduced yourselves, and we ended off there. So,
And I'm hungry.
you are hungry.
You're all
We
hungry.
know very few things at the moment. Therion, did you tell them about your current situation yet?
I believe so.
You believe so? Okay. So then I believe you guys have some talking with each other to do about some goals. So if you guys would take it from here, and I will guide you wherever you wish to go.
Do you want to start, Taco?
I just want food. And I'm pretty sure we should get Therian some help. Because even though we did, I mean, Roland, you splashed some water, you know.
Magic water, thank you.
Oh, my bad. I don't think he's doing too well. As I look over at him on the bench, singed to shit.
Da bench. Yeah, Therion,
Well,
how you doing?
Well, I just kind of want to rest.
Okay.
So,
So I will let you guys know, it is sort of like the middle of the day. Therion, you rushed to the city after everything happened in the morning, and now you are here, and it's like the middle of the day, but you definitely know that, like, you should be fine to, like, rest up a bit before you head out, but definitely it is a time-sensitive issue that you're working with.
he dying?
No, not Therion
No.
dying. I'm talking about
his issue
his
right,
issue,
right.
his tissue.
that we briefly know about. So yeah, can we like go back
We
to
need to
a
get him to the
tavern or
healer
something?
And like get on the road as soon as possible.
I got about 50 feet of rope if we want to tie it around him and just drag him to the floor.
I mean, that wouldn't be a bad idea.
We can just tear this bench apart, make a rough sled, and like just there we go.
Comey and
You're not
Roland.
condone this.
Comey and Roland, you guys are new to town, but Tarkus, you have been here before. You remember the tavern that you got tied up at, but I don't know if you're too keen on going back there. However, when you guys did enter the city, there was like a few just like tavern inn areas where you could rest up, or maybe like a marketplace near the city center that you kind of bypassed when you went through the alleyways, avoiding whatever else was happening.
So guys.
We could definitely go to a different tavern. One that I have not been attacked in.
Or, and hear me out, you come in with Therion and said, hey guys, look what I did to this man here. If he messes with me, same's gonna happen to you.
I mean, intimidation?
as much of my style as that may be, I think that's probably a bit too much at this.
Yeah, you're
Mouse speaks-
smart.
Speaks wisdom.
The mice
So,
speaks.
I'm going to start heading towards the town because my hunger is definitely getting to me.
Yeah, you guys
So
are
if
in
you
the
guys
town right
wanna-
now.
Well, we're still at like. are
You're
we,
in like a park. You're in
Yeah,
a park
that's what
inside
I'm
the
saying.
town.
Like, we're gonna go. I'm gonna go more towards like the buildings. Like,
Yes.
see if I could smell some delicious food.
Some
I
puddings.
probably should keep up with her, just to kind of keep an eye on her, make sure she doesn't get in trouble.
I'm an excited dog
I tie the
now.
rope
Okay.
and try to drag him, but I'm just a mouse and I'm small. And
Yeah, we
while-
should probably have somebody carry him.
Hey,
can
bro,
walk.
can you drop the call real quick and rejoin and see if that fixes it?
Yeah, it is breaking up a little more.
Oof.
But yeah, let's see. How are we going to transport this singed dog?
I have 2 legs.
Have rope.
You're also like just came back to life, dude.
Yeah, imagine having 2 legs. Couldn't be me.
Well, I mean, if
My
he thinks he
God,
can
the path
walk,
is disappearing before us.
we can
Yeah,
just
yeah.
like hoist him up and let him walk while he's on our shoulders or something.
Are you comfortable with walking though, Therian?
As long as I don't touch anything warm.
So if you're okay with walking, then I guess we could just head out. I don't want to
All right,
force
come here,
you,
big
you
boy.
know.
Getting you.
Quick interjection. Is this any better or no?
Yes,
better.
it's better.
All right, cool. I don't know what the issue was, so.
All good.
All right. So I'm gonna start walking and see if I could sniff out some yummy, delicious food.
Yummy deliciousness, yeah.
Yes.
Give me a survival check.
Okay. Watch me do so bad, but I do have advantage, so I can wait. Does that count with these rolls?
Is it a survival thing that you have advantage on?
It has it marked as advantage.
Is it specific to specific encounters or?
I don't know.
Let's just say you have advantage.
Okay. 16.
That's much better than 7, I will say.
Yeah,
Much
I
better.
agree.
Yeah, so as you guys are sort of getting up and helping Therian up, you, especially Komikyu, smell like this nice apple pie just like wilting through the air. And the scent like goes through your nostrils like a Looney Tune commercial or like video where you see it like go in
The
one
scent
nostril
is,
and
like-
come out the other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It like forms a
No,
hand.
No,
Yes.
and then
yeah,
kinda
that's what I was thinking.
beckons.
The hand thing and like
Yeah.
grabbing, like the fingers grab my nostrils
yes,
and like
yes.
start pulling me.
Yes, and then you start floating through the air towards it. No, not actually. What do you do?
I feel like my entire character is based off of following food, so
Basically,
I'm gonna go. I'm going towards it. I want some of that pie.
Yeah, totally.
Taka says, "What the dog doing?"
What the fuck's doing?
I feel like I'm
I-
Scooby Doo in this situation.
Like a
I
little
kind of
bit.
think that I'm moving slower with helping Therion. So like maybe I say to Tarkus like make sure she doesn't get into trouble or something. Like go keep an eye on her.
You're not my dad.
You're not my dad.
That's what you got. But I don't want her to get hurt or something.
Alright, so
Yes.
you walk your way through the city. You've made it past the area where you saw people fighting before. There's no longer any fighting. You're not sure what caused everyone to just kind of fuck off, but there's nothing happening in the middle of the city anymore like there was probably about like an hour, maybe 30 minutes ago. So You smell this apple pie coming from the tavern that is like right next to the city gates. And it's coming out because the doors are just like wide open. Do you enter?
Yes.
Yeah.
No hesitation. I just walk in there and I'm
All
like,
right.
pie?
Yeah. Komiku enters this tavern. Are you guys following?
Yeah.
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 Cool.
Take Therion in there and kind of sit him
feel
down at
so
a table or
bad.
something.
me get
I'm
some-
like sitting there, like drooling and
Yeah.
like banging on the table, like food.
Food. So you enter, and this is quite the bustling tavern. It is, like I said, the middle of the day, so it's lunchtime. There's quite a few people here, not as many as there would be at maybe, say, like drinking hour, but there's definitely a few people here. Splayed up at the bar are a few different guys, sort of like just hanging out, having some beers. There's definitely some patrons sitting at tables, having some food. None of them have this dessert, but as you walk in, you see a barmaid walking around with this pie and about to put it on someone's table.
So I immediately look at that pie like it's a golden egg or like just treasure. Like I see it glowing. you
Okay, yeah.
like, in the cinematic movies. just,
Yeah, no,
like,
your eyes
staring
go
at it.
wide. You're just staring at it. Drool is dripping from your mouth. And,
And I
yeah, go ahead.
I feel like because I'm still not used to society in general, I
Mhm.
kind of like go over there and like I kind of just look at the barmaid staring at her with like puppy dog eyes.
Do you go to the
Get the
bar, or do
pie.
you just, like, walk up to the table where she's serving it?
Yeah, her. I'm going straight to her.
Okay, yeah, so at this table there is like a dragonborn patron who is sitting with like two humans, and they're all discussing like work things. They look to be adventurers like you. And they just got this pie at their thing, and they're staring at you like, what's going on? Like, do you need something? Are you? And the barmaid's like, oh, well, looks like we've got a hungry patron. I'm gonna go fetch something for you right now, but you're gonna have to pay for it, okay?
Hey.
All right, go take a seat over there, little lady. And those your friends behind you?
Yeah. We got the mouse, the dog, and the nice man.
The burnt
Ah.
corpse.
You guys brought a zoo in here. That's fine. That's fine. We love the zoo. Yeah, you guys can just go have a seat at the booth over there. And she points to like the west wall, and you guys see there's like an empty booth. It's a little bit not clean because it doesn't look like they've had a chance to clean anything recently. But it's not dirty. There's just some crumbs on the table and definitely like some ale stains from a glass. Do you guys go there?
Yeah.
I run
Yeah.
there, and I plop down, and I start like kicking my legs like a little kid, like waiting for treats. You know?
I carry our burnt corpse over there and pop him down too.
Our burnt corpse there.
I
R.I.P.
feel
in
so
peace.
bad.
Appreciate this
Like,
joke.
we know.
They don't appreciate this joke.
Therion, how are you feeling?
I just keep hearing all this burnt corpse nonsense. I'm just like, guys, I'm alive. Guys, stop it, please.
I mean, like, Tarkus knows the city. He can take a few coins and go get a healing salve or something.
Yeah, how much money do you guys have? I feel like Therion has quite a bit for some reason.
Yeah,
I have 20
lower
silver.
it.
I have 2 pieces of gold.
That's like 2 pieces of gold.
Yeah,
Uh,
equivalent to 20
Currency
silver.
says 50 silver.
So
Okay.
that's 5 gold.
yeah. So you guys are sitting at this table. Komikyu is sitting like a child, acting like a child, is a child.
Yep.
And
Damn child.
the barkeep comes over and has like a little notepad in their hand. They're like, were you guys getting any drinks tonight? I mean, I guess it's the day. I'm sorry. I've been up for a very long time.
Do you happen to have milk?
Yeah, milk drinker. That's okay. You're a little squirt, aren't you? That's all right. Yeah, I'll get him one glass of milk.
Thanks.
I say that just water is fine for me, but bring Therian whatever he wants. I'll pay for it.
Okay, yeah. Mr. Theryman, was it?
I can't catch a break today.
I start chuckling. Like,
Just get me a light beer. How about that?
Like you want it blonde? Like you want me to water it down, or?
Water it down.
Okay, I'll water down the beer. It's lunchtime. I understand. And for the little mouse over here.
Ale, but maybe like medium sized.
No
Yes,
picture.
the McDonald's medium-sized ale that we have here.
McDonald's exists in this town.
It comes in pints. No.
Little tankard of ale.
Yeah. All right. I'll bring over just a glass of ale then for you. Not a pint because that'd be a bit much for you. But
You see, for
Yeah.
Tarkus, medium is anything but like a large gallon of it.
a medium is like getting a water cup.
Was good
Like
enough.
size comparison wise, but all right. So yeah, he takes your guys' order and walks away. And the barmaid comes over with a slice of apple pie and sets it in front of Komi-Q. And there's like a little caramel heart on it, and it's like,
Oh.
"You enjoy, sweetie."
oh,
And then,
thank
like-
you.
It's like, "Were you guys gonna get any food?"
As I chow down on the pie, not
Mm.
even waiting for these guys to get their
Crispy friend. That would be good.
Crispy friend. I'll pass on the food for now.
Okay. Therian?
I'm just sitting there for a bit.
Okay. And she's like, "Okay, well, I'll give you guys some more time to think about it. If you have any questions, let me know. We don't have a menu because we can't afford to do that because it costs a lot to hire a painter to do like the calligraphy. But we'll be right with you, and we'll make sure that you get all your food and it's very delicious. So just let me know, okay?" Okay. And then she walks away.
Ma'am.
And you've got like a tiny fork that you can use, unless you're just digging into it, Comey.
Oh, I'm probably going face first into this shit.
Oh yeah. So you three just watch as Comey like fucking
I
shovels.
don't know how to use utensils.
Yeah, no. Your face is like in this pie, and this little tiny fox girl is just devouring this apple pie in front of you guys. Komi-Q, after eating this apple pie,
Aha.
you get
Oh no.
4 temporary hit points.
Nice.
That's nice.
That's nice.
That's nice.
That's nice.
I'm happy. I've got shit all over my face. I'm sitting there. Everyone's probably staring at me like I'm some crazy
Yeah, you
wild
guys.
person.
You guys notice that there's this bar area and like restaurant area, but then off to like the east wall opposite to you, there's also like a counter for people to check in for the rooms for the inn that's like right next door as well.
Okay, well, I look at Therion and said, so, like, how important is it? Can we, like, rest for the night, or do we need to go, like, right after this?
Considering the state, I think one night's rest would be called for.
Okay.
Alright, so
I
then
pass out at the
roll it.
table after eating the
I go over to the counter and inquire about inn rooms.
Yeah, so you kind of do the getting out of the chair dance with Therian because he probably got in like after you did. So
Right.
like like when you tell your family members you have to go to the bathroom and your mom and your dad have to
You
leave
guys
the booth.
shuffle.
You have to like shuffle out for a second as Tarkus and Comey are still just at the booth. And Therian, do you sit back down or are you going to the inn counter?
I'll sit back down.
Okay. Therian, I'm assuming you're pretty fucking tired, so I would think that you'd like lay down at this booth and just kind of stare at the ceiling for a little bit.
Yeah, I just lay in a spot.
Yeah. And Roland, you walk over to the counter where this guy is sitting there reading a book, and he looks like it's pretty dead for him right now. He's sitting between people watching and reading, but sometimes he'll look up just to see if anyone's there, but he is currently buried in this book.
I walk up to the man and I kind of clear my throat to get his attention.
Hello. Did you... Sorry, and then he puts his book down and, like, sort of sits up and grabs his, quill and is like, yes, how may I help you?
Yeah, I'd like to inquire about the price of 4 beds.
For 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 bed is silver per night. It's 2 for 2. So you 2 for 2 silver, 2 beds for 2 silver, and that's like 2 people per room. So if you wanted 4, 1, 2,
Yes,
3,
two rooms,
4.
my good sir.
2 rooms, 2 for 2. All right. So 2 silver.
All right, I hand him the money.
All right. Yes, 2 rooms for you, and he hands you 2 like really gross keys with like big wooden like poles on them, specifically so that people know that they're on there. You know, it's like, the big.
Like at the convenience store.
Yeah,
bathroom.
yeah. It's exactly like that. It's exactly like that.
Attaches a whole TV to it.
Yeah, one of them says room 2 and one of them says room 5. So they're not next to each other, but you can go upstairs and kind of look to see where they are if you'd like. But there is a stairwell that leads sort of south towards where the door would be, but it kind of goes upstairs and around the building to go to more of like this long hallway upstairs.
Well, first, I thank the man for his service, like a good boy. And instead of going to check the rooms real quick, I'm going to go back to the table and let everybody know that I've booked us for the night.
I'm snoozing.
Where's the barmaid?
She's helping people at like a table a few tables down.
I'm gonna just wait for her.
Okay, do you like raise your hand or anything?
Yeah.
Okay, so she looks over and is like, all right. And then she kind of like zooms through like these chairs and tables and people and gets over to you and is like, yes?
What's the biggest meat-based meal that you have to offer?
Well, you say biggest, but I don't know if you want our biggest. I would
Give him
say
the biggest.
the biggest meal probably, I mean, I guess it would be an entire pig. I could just give you like a whole pig. We could cook it, of course, but do you want like a pig? Or if you want just like a leg, we could also just give you like a leg.
You got like an entire set of cow ribs.
Yeah, I could probably do that. It's probably not the biggest, but I could just get like a big plate of ribs up there. Did you want it up in your room, or did you want it down here? Were you
I'll
staying
just
here?
take it down here.
Okay, that's all right. I'll go put in the order. Were any of you guys getting anything else? I will say the potato stew is delicious. It is delectable.
Yeah,
He wakes up from snoozing.
bring me 2 bowls of potato soup. Or stew.
Potato stew. Yeah. 2 potato stew and 1 entire set of cow ribs. Sure thing.
I'm gonna take a mental note that to wake up Kamikyo, you have to say delicious. Delectable.
For the cow, I will be needing a bit of advance payment just to make sure you're not gonna dip on us. Is that alright?
How much?
So total it'll be 5 gold, but for the down
Give her the
payment...
5 gold.
Okay, cool. Thank you very much for your patronage. For the apple pie, it'll just be 2 copper. And for the potato stew, whenever you get it, it'll just be 3 copper. Is that alright?
That's fine. Tarkus, do you want anything?
No, I'm good. I just want my L.
Okay, yeah.
Just want his ale.
And then she
Pretty
turns
awesome.
around and runs back, and you see the barkeep come out, and he's got like a big plate full of drinks, and he's like teetering them across the room, and then he kind of gets to you guys, and then like just lobs it up into the air, and like pokes them in the air, and they all land perfectly in front of you.
Dude. That was cool.
Yeah, that's some pretty good skills there.
It's the only thing I'm good at, to be perfectly honest. It's a little sad, but that's why I run a bar.
Well, it's impressive all the same.
Thank you. And then he starts like crying a little bit, and then he turns around and walks away.
I'm gonna leave 1 gold on the counter because my friends. I don't know if they upset him or just made him happy with the compliment, but I'm just gonna tip him 1.
Okay. So yeah, you guys have a great night enjoying your food. It's actually midday. I keep saying it's night, but it's not at all.
You know.
It is just the middle of the day. Your cow ribs come out in like 20 minutes because they were cooking an entire fucking cow in there. They're delicious. You're eating an entire cow, and
Just start ripping them off one
Oh,
by
yeah.
one.
and once you're done with the cow, give me a con save for me real quick.
Con save.
Yeah.
Natural 20 for
Sick.
24.
Wow.
Fucking go, dude. After your ones.
He
19
gets 1
plus
roll session.
19 plus 16. 35?
5.
You regain 35 hit points.
I'm at full HP. What?
That
Your
is some great
constitution
cow.
was so strong, dude. Cows.
I'm really invigorated by this delicious meal.
No longer crispy.
It was very tasty.
The crisp just goes all the way with the cow.
And
Automatically, all his hair grows back.
yeah,
When
Roland.
I finish, I just brush off my fur.
Yeah, wait, Comey, did you also get potato stew, or was that Roland ordering 2 for himself?
That was ordering 1 for myself, 1 for Comey.
Okay, cool.
Thanks. I was gonna be so sad if he took it for himself.
I just rolled 2 nat 4s on a d4, so you each get 4 temp HP. Comey, you don't get any more. You just have to pick and choose which temp HP is the one that you're gonna keep. I mean, it's the same, so.
Doesn't really matter.
But yeah, you guys enjoy your midday sort of like lunch after a big fight, and you're enjoying your time at the tavern. What do you do now? You've paid your tab. You left a
I fall
gold on the
asleep
bar. Komi falls asleep at the table. Are you guys doing
Still
anything
with
specific,
my
or need to
face
get anything in the
covered in
city,
pie.
or are you just gonna rest?
I want to
Well,
turn
we
to the
have-
other. You
Go
first.
ahead. Okay.
No, you first.
I bring out the keys and say, so I got us 2 rooms. There's 4 of us. How are we going to split this?
I think me and Tarkus should be in one room, and you and Komi, because I feel like she's the most comfortable with you.
Sounds like a good plan. Are there any other things you want to do in the town before nightfall?
I think we should get healing potions if possible.
That's a wonderful idea, I say with a bit of a snark. So,
Damn.
Tarkus, do you know of any good apothecaries?
I might.
Tarkus,
What?
give me a history check for me. Me googling the price of a healing potion on screen.
No.
I know.
Oh no. He's still
Terrible.
drunk.
Yeah.
A little hungover.
You have been to this city before, like a few times, but it's been a while, and after the whole fiasco you had the other night, you're not entirely sure that you remember where the apothecary was, but you know that there's one in town.
I'm gonna raise my hand again for the barmaid.
Yeah. The barmaid looks over and is like, yes?
Can you... Sorry. Do you know where the nearest apothecary would be?
Apothecary. Well, we're by the gates, and if you go to the city center, there's a big marketplace. I'd say if you go... And you see, like, she raises up her left hand to see if that's her left, like with the L, and is like, if you go straight out, like, if you go straight down from the city gates to the center, and you go left, then there should be an apothecary near there, I think. I don't
Left
go
and
very
left, straight
often
down?
because I can't afford it, but...
Oh? Do it.
Left in what?
Well, that's good enough. We'll find our way from there.
Okay. She's like, all right, thank you very much. And then she notices the gold on the table that you left and is like, oh, is this for...
I'm gonna slide one more into there.
Oh, thank you so much. And you see her, like, pocket it and then, like, flick one of the gold coins at the barkeep. And he, like, catches it and, like, puts it to his chest and then, like, raises up a fist at you and then, like, goes back to doing what he was doing.
Does he start crying again?
No, not that you notice. Actually, give me a perception check.
God.
50.
He's crying.
My God. We were making this man's day.
This guy, man. Oh.
But yeah, so you guys are free to do as you will. Comey, you're currently asleep. The rest of you guys are sitting in this tavern. You've paid your dues, and you're just kind of done with your food. You can either go to your inn, you can go to your rooms, you can go find the apothecary. There's a marketplace,
Well,
apparently.
I tap Comey on the shoulder to wake her up.
What do you want?
We're going shopping. Do you want to
Shopping?
come with?
I would.
All right
God.
then. Let's go.
Okay. I like hop out. I'm like dead asleep, and like my energy like just shifts when I hear shopping, and I'm just like,
I mean, of course, right?
I've never had stuff before.
I'm gonna stand
Oof.
up with him and just like brush off the rest of my lap and just look at all like the ashes just like cloud away from me as I do.
Don't worry, your
Be like,
gracious.
it's a
people will
brand
be
new.
like,
I feel like a new me.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just down my L, then get off the chair.
Yeah. Okay, so you down your ale, and you guys leave the bar, changing the music to the village. That's not the right music. There we go. Cool. Alright, so yeah, you guys exit the tavern. The music and loud yelling starts to fade away as you guys just sort of go back to the city streets. It's about like 4 p.m. ish in the day. And you can tell that because the sun looks like low hanging, but not necessarily setting yet. And you see to the left of you is a street that goes down to what you assume to be the city center, and to the right is back to the city gates.
I direct us to head toward the center.
Okay. Do you all follow?
Of course.
I run ahead.
Yep.
Komikyu, you run ahead, and you're like a child running in the wind after having the best meal of your life. The second time that you've had the best meal of your life.
I had pie before my meal, okay? I'm living the life.
You're living
need to
a
get
life for sure.
We need to get her one of those backpacks that has the leash on it.
And you guys
Honestly.
keep going down, and you notice that as you start walking further and further down these city streets, you start to notice the city center start to pop up. There is a large fountain, just like a...
Jump in the fountain.
You're not close enough yet. You're still a little bit a ways away, but you can notice the fountain from afar. You also see a lot of different like markets set up. There's some like stalls here and there, some for food, some for just like random items that they have, some for like artifacts, or maybe even like just fake bullshit. But yeah, you just see all of these like vendors at the market, and then you see there is a crossroads to either go north, east, or west, or back where you came.
So I really want to be like walking down, like seeing all the shops and stuff, and seeing all like the shiny stuff, and have people come up to me and try to sell me stuff. Like, you know how those creepy guys like pull open their like coats and they like got like a bunch of watches. They're like, hey, you wanna buy a watch? and all of them have to stop me from like falling for all these scams.
So
Yeah,
in
no.
that case, I kind of keep a close shadow on Kami.
There's definitely not like a guy in a trench coat, but there are like guys who have like lamps that are like super fancy looking, but definitely like the cheapest thing Roland's ever seen as a blacksmith, you know? Roland, you know that this is like super bullshit, but they're selling this for like exorbitant prices. And Komi just keeps getting caught by like a lava lamp and like a whatever thing, and it's like a hookah that Komi doesn't know what a hookah is probably, but like, you know, these sorts of things that you just keep having to pry Komi away from. Are you guys looking for anything particular in the market, or just going straight to the apothecary?
I want to check out the artifacts thing.
Yeah, so there is a
The
guy.
artifact would be a good place to stop by and look.
Yeah, there's a guy who is selling just like tablets, like stone tablets, and just like a few other like pottery things, and there's maybe like a necklace here and there.
The tablets catch my eye.
Okay, yeah. He's like, "Ha, you want to buy a tablet? You're looking at these, mister?" He sees that you're looking at them, and then he's like, "Oh, these are the future, let me tell you. Tablets are going to be everywhere in the future. Everywhere."
I roll my eyes at him like, okay, let me be the judge of this. And I kind of take a look at a tablet to see like what it's, you know, what it may be from.
This is from an ancient civilization. And you know what? They were right. We should be carving in stone. It's the best way to preserve information. Those books that we have? Oh my god! They're just gonna be burned up in the future. Who's gonna keep all the information if we don't have anything written down on stone? Stone will last forever.
Yeah, but no,
You
stone can erode over time.
Yeah, but fucking books? Books are for schneebs, dude. What the fuck? Books are gonna
Listen.
burn, and books are super easy to lose.
Listen, there's only so much you can keep on a stone. A book can hold a lot more information than a stone can.
But think about it this way: how many fucking stones are there in the world? And then think about how many papers there are, huh?
Listen,
Checkmate.
I just want to see if this stone or the tablet is of any importance, okay?
You trying to look at my tablet?
I shake my head and wonder to myself, is this even worth dealing with?
Give me a perception check or a history check.
$18.
Nice. This is total bullshit. Like, whatever is written on here is like made up runes, or like, especially as a rune knight, you know that you don't recognize any of these as like dwarven carvings. This is just like some random shit that was probably carved by someone who sold it to him and he was scammed.
Yeah, I put the tablet down and say, no thanks, my good man. I've changed my mind.
Okay, yeah, but you're missing out, man. You're missing out.
I am.
Do I sense anything arcane in this booth?
Do you have detect magic?
No.
Give me an arcana check.
21.
Oh wow.
Not particularly.
No. I'm not interested anymore.
Okay.
So to the apothecary then?
Yeah.
To the apothecary.
Are there any shiny daggers?
Maybe.
Yes. There
I
is
too
like
would inquire about shiny daggers.
there are 100% like vendors as you guys go towards the apothecary area. As you went left, L for left, you know. You notice that like as you start leaving the city center, it becomes less bullshit and more like, here are smiths, here are like people with shields and armor, and they don't have actual storefronts, but they sell based on these like pop-up stands. And there's definitely a guy who just has like the shiniest fucking daggers. They're all super basic looking, but they're shiny as hell.
I start like walking slowly towards, kind of like trying not to be noticed by the guys, and just try to like sneak away slowly. Just to look.
Okay, yeah. You walk over and this guy looks at you and just kind of stares at you, and then looks at the knives and is like, harumph, and then just stays there looking aimlessly into the distance.
Tarkus, I want to say, notices that she goes towards the daggers because he's seen them too, and he follows.
Okay. Two little babies going to grab some daggers.
Well, I mean, I have my daggers on my,
Yeah.
my like sides, and mine are definitely very basic. And would you say that these daggers are a little bit more, I would assume they're a little better than the ones that I currently have now.
I wouldn't say that. I would say they look very
They're just
pretty.
polished. They're really
Yeah.
polished.
They're very polished, and they might look kind of cool, but they're definitely not sharper or really better than the daggers that you currently have.
Okay. But they're shiny.
They're shiny.
I just browse through and look at all the cool different shapes and sizes of all these daggers.
Yeah, give me an investigation check.
I have advantage on it as well, but I
Sick.
think that's good enough.
That's probably good enough. So as you're browsing through these, you find like a bargain bin for like throwaway daggers.
Just like a bin full of
Yeah,
daggers.
it's a bin full of daggers. They all have sheaths, so they're not just like fucking out, but at the same time,
In the one on the bottom.
there is a dagger that catches your eye, and it is a sort of bluish tinted dagger that has like a very rimmed decoration on the outside, like sheath, and the handle has a wrapping that you're not familiar with, but it is in blue, like cloth, it seems, with like some wooden straps underneath it.
Her eyes are not just like giant planets.
Yeah, they are. They're like so wide. And like, I slowly start to like. You did say that the guy at the shop front, or like the thing, was kind of just standing there, right?
Yeah, he's like looking over now that you're going through the bargain bin.
I kind of pick up the dagger, but also looking at him just to see what he would do, because I still don't trust a lot of people.
He raises his eyebrow when you pick it out of the bin.
It's like, is what I'm doing okay to do? Is what I'm thinking, because I don't know how interactions work in the real world, you know? But
Hard to
I'm
see
like,
this.
I'm definitely like, I
point.
am obsessed with this.
I think Tarkus at this point notices and interjects and says, "How much for the dagger, big man?"
The dagger right there. Yeah, that one? You want that one?
It looks like she wants that one.
Okay. Well, that's gonna cost you quite a pretty penny. But I can reduce the price for, let's say 150 gold pieces.
I definitely don't think so. It was obviously haphazardly thrown in here with the rest.
This is a
think
bargain
it's-
bin, sir.
I think
Yeah.
you're trying to. I think you're trying to rob us.
It's a
It
bargain.
says bargain.
That's a bargain for a thing like that.
This dagger seems pretty basic, though.
Uh-huh.
But I mean, if
You
it
call my
were
work
in the
basic?
bargain bin,
I don't think it's worth that much.
Give me a persuasion check. With advantage because Komiki's helping you.
How do you factor in the advantage?
You just,
just roll
do it
twice.
again. Yeah. Okay. So with a 19, he looks at you and like raises another eyebrow and is like, 140.
How about 1?
1?
Yes.
He turns his head. He's not listening to you anymore.
Okay, bro, what do you do now? Do you steal?
Can I try to use
I want to whisper run into Komiki's ear real quick.
I wanted to try to use charm person.
I think we should
Well-
just run.
Well, why don't we let
So
Kami do her like?
She can do her thing.
okay, yeah, I will cast charm person. I don't know how this works though.
So I'm going to make a wisdom saving throw, and at the end of being charmed, this person will know that they have been charmed. So do know that.
We run after.
Okay? So I'm going to make a wisdom saving throw, and I did not make stats for this motherfucker, so I'm going to make them up right now. What do I have to beat?
9.
I only have to beat a 9?
That's a slow save. Or
Wait.
that's a low save.
Didn't I say that you would use your better stat for this?
Oh, that's right.
Here, wait, let me go to your character sheet. Because it's definitely not 9, because I told you to use your constitution, I think,
Yeah.
which is like +5, isn't it?
+4.
+4. So it should be 8 plus your proficiency plus your modifier. So 4 plus 2, so 6 plus 8. 14, right?
Sure.
Okay. So just note that down. That your modifier for spell attack is actually +6, and your modifier for otherwise, just the blank modifier is +4, and your save DC is 14.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Cool.
Sounds good.
He succeeded, because he got a 15. So he beat the wisdom saving throw and looks over and is like, give me, were you trying to do that stealthily, or were you just trying to do that to him?
I say I'd try to do it stealth.
Okay, give me a stealth check. Oof.
Oh,
Yeah, he notices that you did that, and is like, "Alright, what's that? What's that magic just now?"
So I look over at Tarkus.
Make a strength saving throw for me, Komi-Q.
Shit. Why am I getting all the bad ones now?
Is he trying to grab her?
No, he just grabs the dagger out of her hand. And now he's holding the dagger. He's like, and he points at you and is like, "That's a bad little girl, huh? Who taught her how to do that?"
I make the biggest, like, I throw the biggest tantrum. Like, I just had a good meal. This man took my my dad.
At this point, I think both were on there and notices this and heads on over.
I'm like crying. I'm bawling. I'm like.
He's scolding you. He's
something.
like, "This is not okay to do. You should not rob people, and you also shouldn't charm people when I'm trying to make some money." What?
Can I jump up and bite his hand?
Why? Okay, yeah, you can.
Cause he's yelling at her.
Yeah, she tried to steal from him.
Yeah, and
To the pirate!
he dropped it, and she can take it and run.
Okay, give me a, I don't fucking know what bite would be. I guess just roll to
Piercing?
attack with dexterity.
Like
You're
an
pretty
unarmed strike?
dexterous. Yeah,
Unarmed strike, yeah.
give me an unarmed strike roll.
Oh my god.
Okay.
I'm fucking him up.
Oh my god.
So let me lay this out. He's pointing at Komi-Q with one hand, holding the dagger like up in the air with his other hand. The little fucking rat man jumps up and bites his fucking arm and digs into it so much that he screams in pain, drops the dagger, and is now flailing. And I want you to make a strength save, Tarkus.
Would I be able to go for grabbing the dagger?
Yeah. Oh. He flings you across the fucking stand. And yeah, make a dex check for me. Or give me a sleight of hand check.
This is the worst botch theft I've ever seen.
15.
Come on.
You want me
15?
to side hand or copy?
He's gonna try and see this with disadvantage. Ooh, nope. He does not see you pick it up. But he definitely threw Tarkus like fucking 10 feet down the road.
The question is,
Oh, and you take 2 points of damage, Tarkus.
So, after I grab the dagger, I'm going to run, and I'm going to change my shape.
Oh yeah, uh-huh.
Good idea.
So I'm going to.
You look like a human right now, remember?
Yeah,
From last time?
I look like a human right now. I think I'm going to keep the human. I'm just going to like change my hair and like my
Okay.
facial features and like
Just a little bit so that you don't
a
look
little
like
bit
you're wanted for
older, so
stealing
I-
a dagger.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna follow her just in case.
Probably a good idea there. They've done something bad.
Oh my gosh. Roland.
I give a thumbs up.
Yeah, Tarkus, you're on the fucking floor over there. Do you get up at all, Roland? Are you going to help him? Like, what's going on?
Yeah, I think I'd get up.
Okay. This guy's angry at you and, like, looks at you and is like, what the fuck was that for? Why would you do that?
I went into rabid mouse mode, sorry.
Give me a persuasion check.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's bad, 9.
My God.
He walks over to you and is like, I want reparations. You're gonna have to pay for this. And he raises up a limp fucking arm.
I toss him a copper and say, will that do, sweet cheeks?
Give me another persuasion check.
16.
I want to roll to see if he's okay with this. You expect me to get this healed with a copper? It takes at least a silver to go to the fucking church and get this healed.
At this point, I've walked up and say to the man, "Hello, good sir. I am sorry my companion here is bothering you. What is this about silver?"
I need at least a silver to get this fucking arm healed now that this little rat boy just fucking bit me.
I look at Tarkus, shake my head, and say, "Well, here's 3 silver. I'm sorry for the trouble."
And he, like, takes it and he's like, okay. And then he just sort of, like, goes back to his stand and sits down.
What was that about, man?
You're a little bitch for paying him.
I just saved your ass. What are you talking about?
I could have saved myself.
A copper? You bit the man's arm almost in 2.
Hey, I only have like 5 gold. Come on, man.
That's more than me.
Hey, I gotta save it though.
Whatever. Let's just get to the apothecary and no more trouble.
No promises.
Comey and Therian. Therian, you started chasing after Comey as you started changing your appearance. Comey, did you go back to the city center or did you walk past the guys to go towards the apothecary?
I headed towards the apothecary. I don't think I went too far. I went far enough so that the guy didn't see me change.
Okay.
I mean, seeing as he didn't see me take the dagger either, I'm assuming. So, but I do, as soon as Tarkus like makes his way back to like us, I kind of like look at him and I hold out my hand. like in a yeah, like,
Thumbs up.
like we fucking did it.
Fist bump.
Yeah, exactly.
You did it something for sure. So yeah, Tarkus, Roland, you guys walk up after bickering to each other about whether to pay him like a certain amount of money. And Therian, are you okay with this? Like,
I'm not disappointed more that they tried to steal. I'm just disappointed how they stole it.
me too.
How badly everything went.
Yeah, a little bit. Just like, oh, this could have gone better.
Everything with the shit.
I'm assuming we're a bit a ways from the stand now.
Yeah, no, you guys have kept walking. I'm assuming, Comey, you got far enough away that you're like not in his vision anymore.
Yeah, so I wanna inspect the dagger I have.
Yeah, give me an investigation check for me.
I have advantage on it as well.
Yes, you do.
God, all these advantages.
Yeah.
17.
You take this blue sheath off of this dagger, and you see that it is a very sharp and very robust dagger. It is shaped with only one side of the blade rather than So it has a backside essentially. Instead of being like double-sided like a lot of daggers are, it is a single facing blade. Imagine like a katana.
That's exactly what I was thinking. I was like, this better be a fucking katana. Like,
It's not a katana. However,
I said like.
yeah, no, it is
Like a tanto or
similar.
something.
Yeah, no, exactly. It is for all intents and purposes, it looks like a tanto blade. Like, except it's got blue stuff on it, and it's in a leather, like, blue sheath. Yeah, for that, that's pretty much all you know at this moment.
Okay. I'd like sitting here looking at it.
Could I like
admiring it.
attempt to look at it and determine like its origins or whatnot? Like, what?
Yeah, give me a
where-
history check.
20.
You know that this is a port town, and so you can assume that they get stuff from across the seas or from a lot of different places up and down the shore. You haven't seen anything like this in your travels because you've been mainly on the mainland that you've been on, but
Right.
you do think that this is something that has been traded because this is a port city. Maybe there's an island off of the coast or something, but you know that this isn't a local blade.
So I look at Comey and say, that's a nice blade. I can tell you that nobody around here makes things like that, so that's pretty special.
I like have glittering eyes because I'm like, I have this blade now and it's so pretty and like it's nice, and then now I'm hearing that it's unique and I'm just like, I will cherish this forever. And I
So
start
how much
grinning
did you
really
pay
quickly.
for it?
Free 99.
I mean,
$3.99? Is that like
No, free.
free
yeah, right?
$3.99.
$3.99. You're saying $3.99, right, man?
Free.
$3.99 what? What, like copper?
No, it was free.
Oh, how did you get it for free?
You know, technically it was a copper.
I know, that's what I was thinking. Wait, no, he gave 2 silver, or no,
3 silver.
3 silver.
Yeah, but no, go on, you two. This is fun.
I'm just staring at
How did you
Roland.
get it for free, Tarkus?
Just looking between the three of them.
Like at
smiling.
this point, I suspect something, and I'm kind of like grilling Tarkus now.
Yeah, totally.
Let's just say I got it from the grit of my teeth.
This doesn't have anything to do with that bite, does it?
No, not at all.
Is this the bite of 87?
The bite of 87? Did you remove the frontal lobe of those kids?
And I kind of step in, and I look like if a dog were to like tuck its tail between its legs and have its ears like pointing downwards, and I'm
I
like,
look at Kami and I just kind of shrug my shoulders and says, you know what? Whatever, however you got it, it's over with. Let's just go. It's fine.
You notice that Comey looks different, but you also did watch her shape change into a human at the gates, so
That's true.
you note how Comey looks.
Okay.
I'm gonna look between the three of them and be like, as much as I like robbing places, I suppose this would be armed robbery with teeth. We have other things that we need. So
Yeah, but she wanted the dagger.
I'm saying,
and
do you want to go any other
I just
store?
keep walking, and I'm like, I agree. Let's go.
Let's just get to the apothecary and put this all behind us.
What
Yeah.
I put in my inventory.
I will just like for now roll it like you would your normal dagger, and I'll adjust things as they go until you identify it.
Sound.
Cool. So yeah, you guys keep walking down the street. There's a few more vendors, but they kind of like peter out as you get to more of like a actual residential area with like homes and like areas where people actually have real businesses. Like there's a baking shop, there's a meat shop, and then you see the Apothecary right across the street from the meat shop. And you can tell that it's the Apothecary because there is like a little drawn potion on a board, like a signpost right outside of it.
All right, looks like we're here. Let's head inside and see what we can find.
I immediately start looking at all the shelves.
Yeah, so you guys walk into this apothecary. Inside, you see shelves lined with herbs, grass, all kinds of flowers, all kinds of different, like, eyeballs, petrified tongues, things of that nature. And then there's just, like, barrels of, like, stones and crystals. They don't seem like they're of much worth, but it's kind of like when you go places and they have, like, the magnets that you just kind of dig your hands into. You know what I mean?
A bucket of crystals that are like cheap knockoffs of real crystals.
Yeah,
Like, they buy them for $1.
Exactly. And then you get to the counter, and behind the counter there are a few just, like, bottles lined up on the wall behind this person who is wearing a big witch hat.
Alright, so I walk up while everybody else is kind of like looking around. I walk up to the vendor and I ask them, I get their attention. I wave my hand and say hello.
Okay, as you walk up, you realize that this hat is currently covering their face, and they are leaned back in a chair with their feet up on the counter.
So I say, excuse me, are you awake?
No.
They're not awake.
Did you reply no, or was that just a no?
Did you reply no? Or is it like a no?
Clarify, please.
That was the DM saying no.
So then I kind of I kind of like tap my fist on the wood of the counter real sharply and try to get them to wake up.
Okay. Yeah, you do so. You just like knock on the counter or what?
Yeah, like just like 3 sharp knocks.
Cool. You knock on the counter and this person sort of like, oh my, alright, people. And they take their hat off and a little frog jumps off their head.
Froggy.
And this, Komi, you start chasing after this frog around the apothecary's
Hell
place.
yeah, you read my mind.
Yeah, I know, and all you're doing is just like focusing on like following this frog around the storeroom. Otherwise, this person takes off their hat, and you see like a ponytailed, very unkept black hair on top of this rather like young-looking woman. And she looks at you and is like, alright, so what are you all here for?
Yeah, we're looking for healing potions. Do you happen to have any for sale?
Yes, what exactly, how much are you trying to heal? Is someone's arm cut off? Because I swear I cannot deal with that again. The last time someone came in here with the leg, oh my gosh.
We're just looking to heal minor cuts and stuff like that.
Oh, yes, and then, she points behind her and sort of, like, magically whips up in the air one of the potions and just kind of, like, sets it down on the counter and is like, well, this is the smallest one that I have, if you would like to use it. We don't offer free samples, and I'm not allowed to give refunds if it doesn't work.
Well, how much do they cost?
Well, for this one, and it's like a tiny little, like, flask, with, like, a very, like, red, clear liquid inside of it, and she points to it and says, well, this one right here is, 10 15 gold pieces.
I pick
Robert!
up the vial. I pick up the vial and kind of swirl it around and look real deep into it to see if I can figure something out about it.
Give me an investigation check.
16.
This is a watered down potion.
Lovely.
I
I'll try
look at her and
scam
say, these potions look very watered down.
Yes, that's why they're so cheap.
I wouldn't say 15 gold is very cheap.
Well, I'll tell you right now that a normal potion of healing, if you wanted a full concentration, would be about 50 gold. So, I'd take it or leave it.
Listen, ma'am, I have 15 silver to my name. I can't afford 15 gold.
Well, your friend right there seems to be packing quite a few, and points to Therion.
I pat my jeans. I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about.
I look at Therion and I say, listen, it's from that last battle, we need something. So, like, if you have any money for this pitiful potion, maybe it's best to have one on hand.
Like I said, if you wanted a full potion of healing, you could always just give me 50. You know what?
35.
I'll cut you a deal. 45.
35.
40. Take it or leave it.
20?
37.
Tarkus just yelled out from the corner, 20 gold!
40.
15.
No, we're not going that low.
This is not how healing works, Tarkus.
Can I attempt to catch the frog?
Yeah, give me a dex check. Actually, give me acrobatics.
We're holding a hostage. God.
You jump to leap for it, and you like hop over onto it, and you like put your hands over it, and then you open up your hands, and there's nothing there, and in front of you, you see it like hopping around.
I'm so sad. I wish I had
Just like
advantage.
looks at her and then cocks his head a bit.
And the lady's like, 40 gold. So low as I go.
Show me the potion first.
She pulls it out. She like does the same little magic thing. It's a much more full potion, and it's in like a full actual like bottle this time instead of just a tiny flask.
Can you check this one too?
Yeah, sure. Investigation roll then.
Yeah.
It's so sad. I have a +5
Ooh,
bonus to
7.
acrobatics.
Cease your investigations.
This looks really fucking good. You're like, oh damn, this is like much clearer, or not much clearer. This looks much darker and like more viscous than the potion that you saw before.
I shrug at Therion and said, this is about as good as we're gonna get, I think.
I want to take it and look for myself, just really quick.
Yeah, roll investigation for me.
Oh no! Here we go again.
This
Yeah.
is the greatest potion ever.
You start swirling it around, and it's red.
All right, I'll drop off the 40 gold.
Well, it was a pleasure doing business with you, and if you want a discount in the future, I'm going to water down your potions. And then she like lets you take the potion, and then takes the kind of shitty potion back.
Well, I was hoping we'd get more than one, but having one around for emergencies is not a bad idea.
Hey, can I take a sip of that?
No, you cannot.
No.
This is your guys'
Well,
most
that's
prized possession.
Right now it is.
DM, what am I adding to my inventory?
Absolutely no reason. Have
Just
three
add
scratches.
you're just adding a potion of healing to your inventory.
Okay.
A light potion of healing.
No.
What was it
Roland,
actually used?
Roland, do a history check for me.
$18.
Yeah, you actually, as you guys are walking out, sort of like begrudgingly, whatever. Roland, you start to remember like Yeah, that's like a normal price for a healing potion is 50, but it is kind of weird that she was selling like watered down potions. Like you wonder if there's like a need for it, or like maybe she was actually trying to help people out by making it a little bit cheaper, you know?
Right. I take that into consideration, and I'm just like, well, maybe she's doing good. I probably shouldn't like go be that like stingy, I guess.
Sounds like
What?
bullshit to me.
How much was the watered down potion?
It was 15.
Hmm. Nah. What else could I see in the store?
Like I said, there's just like herbs, sort of like mushrooms, things that you would make things with if you had like a pestle and mortar or like an apothecary kit.
Is there any poisons?
There is. What specifically are you looking for?
Is there something of like paralysis?
Let me see.
Interested in the frog.
There is a poison that says oil of Taggart on it.
I'm gonna grab it gingerly, or is that the I don't fucking know. I'm gonna grab it gently
Mm-hmm.
and
It
carry
really
it.
works.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was trying to be fancy. Just carry it to the counter and be like, "How much for this?"
Of that, let me see here. It will be about. A tiny bottle. It'll probably work for one dagger. I'd say that's probably about 10 gold.
Could we make it 8?
I gave you a killer discount on that potion.
We could be returning customers.
I could be returning this to the shelf. Give me a persuasion roll.
That was a good one.
Oh no. Okay, guys, you get to see the first minus roll of the game, and it's a bad one.
Oh,
Yeah, no, she's like 10.
By the way.
All right.
Am I still distracted by the frog, or can I?
Give me another acrobatics check to try and catch it. I'll roll for the
Landed on
frog.
18 and then it rolled over to the 5.
The frog once again jumps out of your grasp. You like almost get it, and you're still like leaping around. Give me just like a intelligence check to see if you're still like going for it.
Oh no.
Yeah, you're still going after that frog.
one way or another, that frog is getting caught.
Do I notice Komi-Q just frickin' going wild over this frog?
I mean, it's a small shop. I think we all do.
Yeah,
Can I try to
honestly.
catch it for him?
Yeah, do you want to give me a dex check?
Sure. That's just normal dex. Acrobatics or?
Oh yeah, give me an acrobatics check. Yeah.
18.
Yeah. So what happens is the frog gets on your boot or something, and you just like kick it up into the air and like flick your tail into the air and like shoot it at Komi-Q. And Komi, I want you to just make a dex save for me.
Okay.
Yeah, and you catch this frog.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna turn back and be like, quit messing around.
I give Comey the finger guns.
Well, are you going to buy the poison, or I can tell you what it does.
What does it do?
Well, this is just a pretty plain poison. The target is essentially you would rub it on one of your daggers or any sort of item that you would slash someone with, and ideally it goes into their system and then it makes them unconscious. It poisons them and makes them unconscious.
How many arrows could it cover?
Oh, I don't know. If you used all of it to cover a dagger, and a dagger's probably like, what? 8 inches, depending on if a man's telling the truth? I'd say you could probably cover... You could probably do 4, give or take.
Alright, I'll give you the 10 gold.
Pleasure doing business with you.
Pleasure doing business.
Cool. So you have bought the potion and you bought the poison. Are you guys doing anything else?
I have
Call me
a
as a
question.
frog.
Call me
Is
as a
this
frog.
any of any importance to the shopkeep?
You are looking at the frog and it just ribbits in your arms. You like have it and you're staring at it and you're just looking at it and it ribbits. The shopkeeper doesn't seem to care.
So it was just in his hat.
It was just in their hat, yeah.
If I were to hold a knife to it, they wouldn't do anything.
No.
Oh, damn. Alright, I keep it.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Are you guys staying in here? Are you heading out?
Well, guys, are we done here? Should we head back to the tavern and set up our rooms?
Sure thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so by now it's probably like 6 p.m. The lights are like coming down. Sorry, the sun is coming down and the
Sun's coming
lights
down.
are coming up, like in the city. You go through that plaza again in the city center, and there's more people walking about. But a lot of people are definitely going towards the west end, which would have been to your right, but is now straight ahead of you, and it is the red light district.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh no.
I just kind of stare ahead and I'm just like, we probably don't need to be around here.
Roxanne! Roxanne!
Do we hear music?
Not from where you currently are, because you're just kind of approaching the city center, and like past the city center on the opposite side of you is where the red light district sort of starts.
I'm still intrigued by the frog.
Okay. After about a minute of you guys walking, the frog poofs away.
Oh. I look at my hands.
Must have been a familiar.
On your way back, you guys pass by the dagger guy again.
I'm in a different form.
Yeah, he doesn't recognize you, but he looks at the mouse man and flips you off. Tarkus.
I give him 2 back.
Okay.
Again, football.
Yeah, you
I
guys.
want to give him like, I want to turn my head and give him just like the meanest look I can muster up.
Roll intimidation.
Natural 20 for 21.
Man, our roles are switched right now.
So Tarkus flips him off with both hands, and you turn around and just like stare all of those daggers that he's selling into his heart. And he like looks like and then kind of starts packing up his shit. And you guys keep walking to the city center. Back down towards where you came is back to the inn and the tavern, or like I said, there's the red light district ahead of you, and it's kind of quiet up north side, but you can tell that there's more like noble houses up there.
Wait, before that.
And that's also where like the docks sort of end up going to.
So, after the intimidation, can I transform back into myself that I stole the dagger and like stick out my tongue?
I'm gonna roll to
fire.
see if he notices.
I think
he,
after the intimidation, he probably wouldn't.
he does not. He does not notice.
Oh, damn. I just thought that'd be funny. I
Um,
think it's a good thing he didn't notice.
He's probably in a hurry packing up his shit.
Yeah. All right. Cool. So what do you guys do?
I say that I'm heading up to the room. Whatever you guys are up to, just like whatever, but I give Therian his key, and I keep my key, and I tell Comey that our room is like, what were the numbers again? Room
and
2
five.
and 5?
Yeah, like 2 and 5.
I just tell that our room is room 2, and
Hell yeah, it
theirs
is.
is room 5.
I turn to Tarvis and be like, I don't care what you do tonight, but I'm locking the door at around 8.
That's fine. I can unlock it.
He
I've got a
can.
key right here.
I'll
Or you
follow.
could just knock.
I'll follow.
I'm assuming I can pick the lock, so you know.
Or you could just knock.
We'll see what happens.
All right, Comey and Roland, you guys start heading back. Therian, are you also heading back?
Yeah, I'm gonna head up to my room.
All right, cool. And then Tarkus, are you heading back, or are you going to the red light district?
The mouse, baby.
What?
Red light district. The mouse, baby.
All right. So first off, those that went back to the tavern, it is popping off at the tavern right now. There is music playing. There's like all the guys are out, all the girls are out, all the ghouls are out. You know, like everyone's having a good time at the bar. The barmaid seems super busy and doesn't notice you guys come in. The barkeep kind of looks at Therian and like says, like raises his hand and like does the hey nod, and then just kind of goes back to what he was doing. And you guys are go back up to your rooms. It's kind of like they're all poorly scrawled on in like ink, you know, on these wooden doors, but you can vaguely find your way to rooms 2 and 5. And Comey and Roland, you guys sort of set up in your room. There's 2 sort of like hay beds essentially, with like a cabinet in between you, like a hotel room would have. There's also just like a chest per each bed in case you need to put your belongings in there, or if you need to put like a bag or whatever inside of it. Same for your room, Therian, except you are in there alone at the moment. Do you guys want to do anything, or are you just going to long rest?
I'm going to take all the blankets off the beds and the pillows and put it in like the corner of the room and make myself a little like nest.
Okay.
'Cause I don't sleep on mattresses.
Okay.
I'm just gonna take a
Sit up.
long rest.
Okay. And Therian?
I'm going to, just in case I haven't already at like the start of the game, I'm just gonna weapon bond to my longsword and the net.
Okay, yeah. Is that a ranger thing?
It's a Eldritch Knight thing. It's like a 30-minute ritual each.
Oh, okay, yeah. Go for it. And I think you can do that right before your long rest, and then you'll probably have enough time to sleep. So yeah, you do that, and now we go to Tarkus. What are you doing? What are you looking for over here, man?
Well, Tarkus is kind of just walking along, looking at things, seeing if there's anything that strikes his interest.
Yeah, you are walking along this street. There is like red lanterns posted up, like strung along buildings. You see lots of like women posted up at storefronts, beckoning individuals inside. You're pretty short, so you're kind of just like zooming through the crowd underneath everybody's like radar. not being noticed very often, but you're just sort of people watching and sort of checking out what's going on. And all of a sudden, you see some of the guys that you fought with back at the bar.
Oh, okay. I think as much as Tarkus would like to, you know, teach him a thing or two, I think it's probably best he avoids them. So,
Yeah,
he tries to avoid them.
give me a stealth check.
10.
I'll roll perception for them. No, they don't see you. In fact, they're beckoned over by one of these, like, mistresses, and they're looking to have a fun night, and they're not interested in whatever's happening on the streets at the moment.
Nice.
But you see that they came from a dark area in this red light district, which is odd because everything else is very well lit here, but it's like seeing an empty house on Halloween, you know, that sort of vibe. And it's just a very dark and sort of desolate building that these two came out of and then were beckoned over to a different building.
I would say I go to investigate the building.
Okay, yeah. Are you going inside, or are you just gonna go, like, look around it?
Yeah, I'll go inside.
Okay, so let me tell you first off. There is an alley to the left of it. There is a door, like, on the left side of the building. There is a balcony on top. And there are no windows, but it is all made of wood and, like, concrete. So if you went in, you would have to go through the front door.
Alright. Guess I'd try to go in through the front door. Or maybe, crack it open and see if there's anything in there.
Or there's also the alleyway.
Right. I think I'll go to the alleyway.
Okay, yeah. Are you doing this stealthily? I mean, you had your stealth check before, but you can roll it again if you'd like.
Yeah, I'll go for stealth.
Cool.
12.
Alright, cool. You go around this building, and on the back side, there's another door.
Alright, I go through that door.
Cool. So you attempt to, like, jiggle the lock very sneakily, and you know that it is locked at the moment.
And I try to pick the lock.
You can try to pick the lock. Do you have thieves' tools on you?
Yes.
Yeah. So give me a lock picking, which I believe is just a dexterity check. Give me one sec. So give me a dexterity check with proficiency. So just, like, click on your dex thing and then add 3 to it. Or is your guys' proficiency only 2 right now?
I'm not sure. Oh, yeah, mine is bonus 2.
Okay, so yeah.
So, do I just roll, like...
Yeah, so you can just click on the dex save, actually. So just do a dex save.
Alright.
So I think you're proficient in that. Yeah.
16.
Okay. Yeah, so you pick this door. You hear, like, a little... And it's very quiet because you're a little mouse and you're slurking through the night. Slurking, that's a fun word. Is that a real word? But you hear the... And you are able to open this door. Do you go inside?
Yes.
Alright. I want you to give me another stealth check.
Misadventures of Ratman.
Yeah, really. Cool. 17. Alright. So, you enter, and all of the music from the outside stops. We're actually gonna go for this. Is that cool? The music from the outside starts to settle. You stop hearing anything from outside, and you hear the floorboards sort of creak in front of you as you start sneaking in. It's not your footsteps, it is the footsteps of others that are either leaving or getting up to grab something, but you are currently in what looks to be a back room, maybe like a broom closet or like a cleaning area. There's an open door area where there would be a door, but there is none. And on the inside of the room outside of you, you see a light shining out. And you can tell that there are some people in this room.
Alright, so I go up to the doorway and kind of, I guess, peek around it.
Yeah.
Still trying to stay hidden.
You see two other thugs that you remember also sort of like surrounding you at this bar. And I hate saying thugs because I don't have a better word. Hooligans, delinquents, two delinquents of the bald variety. Sorry, bald people. But they are sitting around this lit lantern. And they look like they're talking about something. And you can overhear a little bit of what they're saying, but give me a perception check. Okay, so with an 11, you can hear a few lines of dialogue that they have. The first being something about the forest, the shifters, and the hags. And the next is about something regarding someone named Trozukt. And that's all you're able to glean from that with an 11.
Alright.
But they are still just like sitting there, and after a little bit it goes silent, and they're just kind of sipping on whatever drinks that they have in the dark. But you're not necessarily sure what's around the way, but you definitely do see them, and they look to be guarding something.
I guess at that point, Tarkus would check what they're possibly guarding.
Okay.
Or try to see what they're guarding.
Yeah. Do you want to, like, poke your head out a little bit more? Is that what you're doing?
Yes.
Okay. Give me another stealth check.
Oh,
Damn. Okay. I will roll for that.
23.
You peek around and see that they're guarding a metal door.
Oh, okay.
You can't hear anything from the door, and you can't really glean very much off of it. Other than that, there's like a big knocker on it, and there's some chains sort of like strewn about to show that it is locked in multiple ways, essentially.
Now the question is, can I possibly sneak up on them and try to knock them both out?
Are you able to one-shot two ruffians?
Yes.
Yeah, that's a bit dangerous, my dude.
I mean, I can keep sneaking, but at some point they're going to see me if I try to go up to this door, right? Because they're guarding it, so I need to do something.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
You could also
Maybe
like
try to
leave,
distract
but...
them
Or
somehow.
you could keep an idea. Yeah, that too.
I can't figure out what you both are trying to say at the same time.
That's okay. They're not there, so their opinion doesn't matter.
Our opinions are invalid.
Valid.
I think the best way to go about it is to try to distract them, maybe.
Yeah, Tarkus, give me a quick just intelligence check. Just straight up intelligence.
Is that just with the saving throw or something?
Just click on the modifier that is right above your int.
Seven.
Oh.
Yikes. You think you can take them out.
Oh, shit.
Wow.
Well,
You don't have to act on that, but you in your brain are feeling pretty cocky right now. You are still allowed to go with the plan that you had before, but just go with that notion.
I think the distraction method's probably best, but in the back of my mind, I'm pretty sure I can take him if he fails.
Yeah. Cool. So what are you gonna do?
I think maybe first I sneak back out, then maybe try to find some women and persuade them to knock on the door to distract the guys.
Oh.
Sure. So you go back out into the streets. And you hear the music again, you're walking around, and you see, like, two women who are just kind of outside, and they see you, and they're like, "Oh, little mouse boy. Oh, would you like to come have fun with us, little mouse boy?"
Not right now, Sugar. I got other plans, but can you guys go knock on that dark door and try to persuade the guys inside to come out?
Why would we do that? We're on the
I'm
clock,
asking
you know.
Tip you.
Okay. Roll persuasion.
Fucking point.
Roll persuasion.
Oh God, 8.
Yeah, no, they're not. They're like,
Shit.
"We're very sorry, little mouse boy, but we're on the clock right now, and we can't be helping any people, especially if it's outside of our area. You know, we could get attacked. You know."
You'll be fine. I'll guard you, but I can pay.
How much are we talking?
How much would you say it requires?
Well, I mean, if I'm talking about how much I'm making hourly just standing here, it's probably more than you're about to give me.
Well, how much is that?
Oh, well, it's probably about 10 gold.
Man, how many guys you gotta suck off for that?
Quite a few, let me tell you.
Oh my god.
He's just so blunt.
Oh my god, this rat.
What's happening?
I just need you guys to do something for 5 minutes. I can't tip 10 gold, but I mean, I can give like 1 each for 5 minutes.
Roll persuasion again for me with disadvantage.
So what would that mean?
You roll it twice and take the lower amount.
So 17.
That's not bad. Okay, so you said 1 gold per 5 minutes per person?
Yeah.
So you're gonna give them
Yeah.
2 gold.
Yeah.
Alright, they want it up front. She's like, "Oh, well, if you're going to give us some gold, I'd rather you pay me now, and then I'd go over there."
Okay, I'll do it up front, but I'm gonna make sure they do the job.
Yeah, you hand them each a gold piece, and they sort of like look at it, and they kind of like bite it a little bit, and they're like, "Okay." And both of them sort of like mosey on over to the door over there. And before they leave, one of them sort of taps one of like the guards to the establishment on the shoulder and is like, "Keep a watch out just in case. We might get attacked. But, you know, money's money." And they walk over and they knock on the door. And you watch as these guys who were guarding the door sort of like come out and they're like, what's going on? Oh, you're a beautiful broad, ain't you? Oh, well, oh my stars! And they start like flirting, essentially. You notice that both of them are at the door. They haven't left yet, but you can tell that this might be your chance to check out what the door is.
Okay, so I go back through the alley, go back in the way I was before, and try to go for the door to see what's up.
Yeah. Give me another stealth check. As you enter this time, you can see them like standing at the doorway, and you
21.
can tell that their like backs are to you, and the light is now like shining on the door again. With that stealth check, yeah, you can get through, and you are at the door. What are you doing at the door?
Now, is there any like holes or anything in the door to like?
No,
peek
it is
through,
a
or-
solid door. There are locks on it, but they are outside of the door and like on locks that would open up an ability to like swing the door open.
Hmm. Now, how many locks are we talking?
There's
And how
two.
quickly? Okay, I wonder how quickly I could pick the locks.
You could pick both of them in probably 12 seconds.
Okay, I'll go for that.
Okay, give me 2 dex checks like you did before. So, sorry, do dex saves. 2 dex saves, because that'll just be easier for you rolling. Oh, you
Ignore
rolled 3.
mine.
Yeah. So a 14 and a 15 will be enough. You unlock these, and I want you to roll a sleight of hand check for me.
16.
I rolled a nat 1 for the guys trying to figure out what you're doing, or like hearing you. So yeah, you fucking do this, and you hear like one of the chains sort of swing and hit the wall, and you look behind you to see if they heard that, and they're still like flirting with the women. So this door is now unlocked.
I carefully open it.
The creaking of the metal sort of comes with the door hinges as you peek through it and open up. And inside is a very dark chamber. It is cold, it is dusty, and it is difficult to see. Do you have dark vision?
Where would I see that at?
It would be in your racial abilities.
In your features and traits.
Racial traits. I have ability score increased twice, brave, keen senses, languages, mouse folk, nimble dodge, and speak a small beast.
Okay, so you do not have dark vision, so it is extremely dark in this hallway. Do you step in?
I feel like this may be a trap, so I'm just gonna open the door all the way and leave.
Okay, yeah. You
If there's anything in there, it can come out.
Yeah, give me an acrobatics check.
17.
And then give me another stealth check.
24.
Awesome.
Jeez.
You, in the quietest and quickest way possible, you fling this door open and sprint out the back. And you are now back on the red light district streets. And the guy, one of them, turns around and notices that this door is open, and one of them's like, I! And then they both run back into the building, and the girls see you, and they're like, was that enough?
I give them a thumbs up, and then I try to make my way back to the tavern where we're staying.
Okay, yeah. So...
Just imagine him like doing finger guns all the way back and running off.
He loves his gestures, you know?
Okay, yeah, the girls look very confused, but they're happy that they got some gold. You don't hear anything as you start running away, and you make it back to the tavern, and you go up the stairs. Do you remember what room you were in?
5.
Yes. So you knock on the door because, or I don't know, what do you do? The door's locked.
You know, I'll just knock on it to be nice.
Therian, you hear a knock at the door.
I'll get up, unlock it, and open it to see who it is.
It's Tarkus!
Oh, you actually did knock. Well, come
You're
on.
you should be happy to see me because I overheard some stuff.
Oh, and
Yeah, about the lights and your people, and then some old hags, and then there was a name.
what
That's
name was
right.
it?
Yeah, what name was it after that? This is completely out of character.
You heard the name Trozukt.
I heard the name Trozik.
DM, would I know what that name is?
You don't.
I have no clue who that is, but where did you hear this from?
Red Light District. I found the bald man again.
What? Oh, what did you do this time?
I just broke into their clubhouse and opened a mysterious door.
You're lucky you're not. You didn't get caught. Didn't
I'm
die
stuffy
from an
as
old
fuck,
man.
boy. Well, the old man's already dead.
Don't remind me. He needs to stay dead. Anyways. Alright, come on.
Um,
Like usher him in.
Tarkus enters the room and goes to his bed.
I'm gonna close the door and lock it again.
okay, cool.
Hop in my bed.
Alright, are we all taking a long rest?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Awesome. So you all sleep. There's some sounds from downstairs until about like 1 in the morning, so it is a little rough going to sleep unless you're used to the sounds of like a bar. But the creaking of wood and floorboards and bar tankards clinking together sort of subsides, and everyone is able to get a nice 8 hours of sleep. And some of you got a little bit more than that. Comey, I'm looking at you. And it's about like 8 or 7 a.m. when you all wake up. And Komiku, you wake up in your little corner. Roland, you arise in your bed that Comey has taken the blankets off of, as you notice, when you woke up. Tarkus and Therian, you guys are in your room, and everything seems okay.
I'm gonna head out and downstairs into the tavern area, I guess.
Cool.
And take a seat.
Alright, yeah.
I will leave the room, but go over to Roland and Kamiku's door and knock on it.
I feel like before I get woken up, I have like nightmares,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like kind of twitching in my sleep.
Yeah, I think that's probably why you stole the blanket from Roland. And Roland and Comey, are you guys sleeping, or do you hear this knock at the door?
No, I'm awake and go to the door myself and unlock it and open it up.
You see Tarkus.
Oh, hi, Mouse Man. What's up?
What's up, big dude? I found out some information last night.
I looked down the hallway both ways and I beckon him inside.
And Tarkus goes inside.
So, about this information, what happened? What did you do?
Okay, so I went to the red light district, right? And then
Yeah.
I saw the X-Men, the bald boys. Okay?
Right.
So
right.
I went up to where they were, and it was really weird because everything else was like lit up, but this place wasn't. So I broke in through the back. I got some ladies to distract the guards that were inside, and there was this huge door, and I picked the locks and I opened it. But
Oh.
that's beside the point. I found out some information about the lights and the Wolf Boys people, and then there
Oh.
were some hags, and then there was like this guy named Trozak or some shit.
The second I hear the mention of
Yeah.
the name, my eyes kind of like turn red,
Yes.
and I like go into a rage mode, and I like dash over like the fastest dash ever, and I like almost push Darkus over, and I'm like, "Where the did you hear that?"
I'm
just-
going to
I
attempt
just-
to. I'm going to attempt to see if I can recall any information about this name from my studies.
Roland, give me a history check.
19.
You don't know of the name from your studies. However, this name was mentioned by the old man when he auto-firebombed
Right.
everybody. And Therian, actually, at this moment in time, after Tarkus has left and you're sort of in your room getting dressed, you also remember this.
That conniving old man.
They're connected.
And then Tarkus also told you about the hags in your village, right, Therian?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mentioned
Okay.
all that to him.
Cool.
I'm like shaking, angry.
What's
Heavily.
what's going on, Comey? Do you know this name?
I'm so like in my own head that I don't hear them talking to me.
Okay, I kind of attempt to reach out and put my hand on her shoulder gently.
Let's see, how would I react? I feel like I'd kind of smack his hand out of the way, and like after smacking him, I kind of like wake up out of the anger rage mode, and I just like go back to my corner and curl up.
Yeah.
So she's not gonna really give any information.
Well,
Alright,
based
well,
on the reaction, I think we should try to at least figure out what she knows.
well, I don't want to risk angering her again. Like, that's who knows what's gonna happen if she gets angry again and attacks one of us by accident.
Use your shield.
My shield is not the answer for everything. It's the answer for most things, but not everything.
Oh my god.
I mean, it can ward off an attacker, right?
I'm not going to bash the poor girl with my shield.
Well, I got rope. We can lasso her.
That would make her more upset.
Look, this is information we need to know.
Okay, listen.
So we got
I'm going to go over to her, and I am going to ask her, without mentioning the name, what was going on? Why did she change? What happened?
Okay, take your shield.
I quickly grab my shield up, kind of like put it on my back, just in case. Then I walk over to Comey, and I ask her, "Hey, what happened just a minute ago?"
I don't respond right away. I'm like you kind of see tears kind of developing in my eyes as I recall my past, and I just start muttering like random things, like I have to find him, like he ruined my life, like and stuff like that. Yeah.
I reach my hand out. I kind of just like put my hand palm on her shoulder, and I said, "It's okay. If you think you can tell me, that'd be great. But I'm not going to rush you. You can tell me about it at any time you want."
I nod my head and kind of go back to being quiet.
Hey, Therian,
What's up?
how much have you told them about the situation in the forest?
I told them the basic, like, something went down. Basically, my
Or the
people are in
witches.
danger. Yeah, the witches.
The lights being gone is something that we need to fix.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Just checking. Okay. Then yeah, Therian, you probably have some breakfast downstairs, or do you actually?
Of course.
Cool.
Gotta
Yeah.
start off a day with a good meal.
You get some French toast, maybe like an egg or something, and you start off the day with. Well, first off, this is a 2 copper for the meal.
That's fine.
And you get 4 temporary HP from the meal. It's delicious. Hello?
Hello.
Oh, it just got really silent for a second, so I was like, did everyone hear me?
Oh, I think it cut off for
Oh,
a
okay.
second.
Oh, it was delicious.
4 temp?
Yeah, 4 temp HP.
Okay.
I keep rolling max with the D4, so you're
Thank
welcome.
you.
Just keep
You're
it
so
coming. Just keep it
generous.
coming.
And yeah, so Comey, you are currently left in a state of like, I need to do something about this. Roland, you're in the same room as Comey. You're not sure if you're to console her, or do anything else. And Tarkus, you're just kind of in the doorway. Are you doing anything else?
I thought he was in the room.
Well, I mentioned
yeah.
that this is all related somehow, and if we're going to help Darian, we probably need to deal with whoever this person is as well. So something's going on.
Might I suggest more pie to get her to talk?
That's probably a good idea.
I'll go get pie.
I kind of like, if I were to have ears, they'd like perk up a little bit at the mention of pie.
I looked over to Comey and I said, "Hey, if you can tell us anything, you know, I could get you a couple more slices of pie."
But
I look over the side of my eyes. I'm thinking to myself, those weird fuckers are trying to coerce me with food. How dare they? And I get up and I start.
How dare they? It's
slowly-
working.
I know.
And as you get up, Tarkus and Roland, you notice Comey. Comey's stomach growls like so loud, and that's where we're gonna end for today.
Woo!
Cliffhanger.
Woo! All
Will
right.
she get the pie?
Will
Well,
she get
next
the
time.
pie? Yeah.
Will Comey get the pie? Will Tharian still roll nat ones? Will Tarkus still
Hey,
get?
hey, I
You've been
rolled
doing
20.
better this.
I was about to say,
I
Larry
rolled
did a lot
20.
better. Yeah.
He was doing better.
But yeah, join us next week, Monday around 9 p.m. EST to find the continuation for episode 3. And if you're watching on YouTube, we upload the day after. So look for episode 2 or episode 3 or episode 4 or whatever's going on right now. Tuesdays around the middle of the day whenever we're able to get it uploaded. But if you want to watch us live, Mondays at 9 p.m. EST. Everybody, have a great rest of your night. And make sure to follow, if you're not, for more of this Dungeons & Dragons content. Once again, we have Cosmic Taco as Komikyu, Brother Aaron as Roland, Zaruk as Therian, and Brother DJ as Tarkus. Have a great night,
And the
everybody.
brothers are the brothers too. We're duo.
Dub Brothers.
Twitch.tv/the_brothers.
Go to it. Follow us. Have fun.
If you have Twitch Prime.
Subscribe.
Is it with a Z or with an S?
Yes.
Yes.
Alright, I just put it in chat. Everybody go follow them as well.
Yeah.